What's up, what's up, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. A little update here. We finally bit the bullet and we got some SMC batteries. I ordered these on Mondays and they were here yesterday. Fast shipping. Awesome. And well packaged. And I like the fact that if you see here, each box came with the cell count. They measure the voltage. Date they measure the voltage for each cell, and that's awesome. And very good information on the manual that they give you, or data sheet. Must read. I definitely recommend reading that, because even I, who have been working with these batteries for a long time, I did notice a couple details in there that I never thought about and were important. And I even took these to work and I measured them using precision equipment. I'm an electrical engineer and I work for a company that designs equipment for the military. So we have calibrated, every year we calibrate our equipment. And I used that equipment to measure the voltage. And according to what they said and what I read, these readings right here was reading right off the balance lead. And when I broke it down, it was 3.84, 3.84, 3.5. Very well balanced. I was like, wow. Both of these had 11.52 volts. Same thing. And when I looked at this, 384, 384, 383. I mean, that was off by 0.01, which is like nothing. Same thing. It's like in this battery cell. The cells on this battery, 384, 384, 384. So they're very accurate. I'm glad that they shipped these balanced at storage level. And according to this manual right here, they ask you to check the voltage when you receive these batteries. They want you to make sure that you check everything to make sure that you receive these batteries well. So that's why they even have a label on here saying it's like, it's like must read charging instructions before use. So it's a good thing. But I believe, let me see. Temperature, you want to make sure that these guys are between 40 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees, Fahrenheit, or 4 to 49 Celsius. Also, where was it? It was over here. Yep, right here. It says check the voltage. They want you to make sure when you get these, they check the voltage when they ship it to you, but they want to make sure that you check the voltage when you get these to make sure that the batteries are still good and they arrived in good condition. And they give you what the voltage per cell needs to be when you get it, and it's anywhere between 3.7 to 3.9, which it was perfect. We received everything at 3.84, and the overall 3-pack cell needs to be between 11.1 to 11.7, which is good. We were at 11.52 on both of these, so this is good. I love China Hobbyline batteries, but one thing I've noticed is that the way their batteries balance is not always the best. They don't seem to always balance perfectly. And even when I've received them from manufacturer, I always check my stuff. I always take my meter and I check them, and some of them are a little higher than other, and I thought that was normal, but then I get these batteries and these are like dead spot on point to like literally just precise, perfect balance. So kudos to SMC for amazing batteries that are balanced perfectly. So I'm having high hopes for these guys. I will probably still continue to use China Hobbyline, just because they offer also great price. I mean, the difference between these two is really not that great either. And I know that, yes, China Hobbyline works. You can get good numbers. We're about to find out how much better these guys do, though. And it's something that I've been meaning to try. I've been meaning to try SMC batteries just to see how much better are they versus China Hobby Line. So I'm not going to change any of the setup. What I ran the last time when you guys saw my runs that I did for Thanksgiving, I did for the after Thanksgiving, which was 127, 128 miles per hour peak. Everything maxed out because honestly, I think my gearing was just expecting too much from this battery, and at 6.2 amps, which is 6200 milliamp and 90C, this puppy was averaging about at 70% efficiency. Let's say that 90C was 70% to 75% efficient. That means that this puppy can deliver 418 to 425, 26-ish amps that it can dump at one shot. And that's what I was seeing. I can gear it higher, the car, but if this can't dump the power that the ESC is demanding, I'm just not going to get the speed. So with these guys at 135C, and although it's only a little bit extra milliamp hours, is 6900 milliamp hour, and these are 6200 milliamp hour, that C rating, that discharge rate, with these guys, even at 70% of that discharge rate of 135C, I'm still talking about 652 milliamps an hour output. So it's a major difference between what this can dump and what this can dump to the ESC when it demands it. So just think about it. The ESC says, okay, you put this gearing on, well, to give you that full power out, I'm going to need 600 milliamps. 600 amps power to give you that output. Then you have a battery that can only put out 450 amps. So this thing not only is like, okay, well, this is all I can get from the battery, so that's all the motor's going to get. And if that's all the motor's going to get, then that's the top speed that you're going to get. Now you put some battery in here that can handle what this is asking for. It's going to give that to the motor to the car, and you're going to get the speed that your gearing is demanding. Also good to note is, if your ESC is demanding more than what your battery can put out, the FETs on this transistors are going to get hot, which is going to cause your ESC to get hotter. Battery's going to get hot, ESC is going to get hot, and it's just a disaster waiting to happen. So when I pushed this to this gearing and I saw that I couldn't get anything else out of this battery, and even Mike from Mike's Slow Mike RCs, he mentioned to me, it's like you might want to drop a couple tooth on the pinion from 34 to 32, or get more milliamp hours on the battery switch. I kind of knew. I was just like, I'm testing this thing and I'm trying to see how much I could have squeezed out of this one battery, and I think I reached the max. I peaked it out. It was like I could have geared up, and if this thing can't dump anymore, then this thing is not going to help me anymore. You know, it's like I can drop a couple tooth pinions and still run the same battery, and what would happen is that I would get more torque, but my top end speed is going to drop down because obviously I'm gearing down. I could still wind up in the same or less, or maybe even slightly more. It's a funny game with gearing, but the lower you drop that pinion, the more torque you're going to get, which means you're going to get faster to your top end speed. And it's that fine line between torque and top end speed. And that's what this game is all about, is finding that sweet spot between torque and top end speed. But this matters. If this guy can't suck enough amperage from your batteries to give it to your motor, it's going to choke. That's what it comes down to, guys. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to bring a video after this, after I make this run on Sunday. It looks like this Sunday, but the weather might be good, and I might be able to go ahead and try these. I was just checking over the whole system, because last time I ran this on that second run after Thanksgiving, I had a little bit of steering issue. It was kind of pulling, and I'm looking at this and I couldn't see anything. It just might be the servo. The servo is probably starting to go, and as it get hotter, it's probably losing its ability to refocus. I mean, it's a few years old and it's cheap Amazon special, so hey. I'm surprised that I've gotten to this speed and this many runs with that poor little servo and all the bashing that it did before I even turned this puppy into a speedrun car. But I just want to give you guys a little quick something, you know, and I can't wait to try these out. If I can get to just 130, just those extra 2 miles an hour that I've been looking for this season, I'll be happy. And who knows? Let's see. Get 130, maybe we can get more. You get the same. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you the truth, because that's what this channel is all about. If there's no difference, I'm going to tell you. If there's a difference, I'm still going to tell you, because I want you guys to know. Because, you know, we all pay a lot of money. If you're in this hobby, it's not cheap. And I don't want to go ahead and tell you, it's like, yeah, go get these SMC. They're the best batteries out there. And they don't perform. Then that's just not cool. I'm honest, and I just want to try to help all of you guys out and try to get the best out of your setup, because that's what this is about. It's about helping others have fun and do the same. That's what it is for me, at least. All right, check you out. Peace. Have a beautiful weekend. God bless. Ciao.